everyone, welcome to the session. Guys, in today's Maharashtra CT 2021 Simplified, we are going to look at 4 topics in one class. So these topics will be, of course, fill in the blanks, synonym, antonym, word exchange, error correction. 4 topics we'll cover within this class. The purpose of this class is twofold. One is this is targeted at those people who've not yet started the preparation and who want to very quickly cover the entire syllabus. Number 2, it is also aimed at those people who've started the preparation and they want to quickly revise what all is there, right? So we'll cover topics, we'll cover questions from fill-up, synonym, antonym, word exchange, error correction. All these topics we'll cover, and we'll also have a look at the previous year question papers, right? So previous year papers, previous year questions on fill-up, synonym, antonym, word exchange, error correction. All these things we'll have a look at so that we get a good idea about what to expect in the actual exam. So let's see, a lot of you have already joined. Good afternoon, guys. I hope that everybody is doing well, everybody is doing fine. So guys, let's begin today's session. And what all do we have? So first of all, guys, here is the YouTube schedule. So you know that from Monday to Sunday, we have our classes here every day, and we start early in the morning at 10 o'clock, and then till 10 o'clock in night we have your classes. We have special sessions for you. So from 10 to 10. So we cover VARC, we cover Quant, we cover DILR, and apart from that we have some other special sessions also wherein you get to interact with high achievers, people who have already cleared the exam, and we have many other special sessions designed for you. So in here, point to be noted, guys, is that 12 p.m. is your time for VARC every day. Every day, the timing for VARC stays the same, that is 12 p.m. And I meet you from Monday to Friday. We have our regular sessions wherein these days we are targeting Maharashtra CT because exam is just around the corner. So we are focusing on that. And while we are preparing for Maharashtra CT, automatically we are preparing for other exams as well, because there's a lot of overlap between all these exams, right? So you target one paper and you are automatically preparing for other papers as well. Okay, so let's move forward, guys. Good afternoon, guys. So these are 2 special sessions that we are going to have on 24th of July, guys. Notice. So 3 p.m. on app, you get to meet Urvika Sonar, and of course she's going to talk about her journey when it comes to Maharashtra CT, because you know it's always better, it's always a good idea to have interaction with the toppers, to have interaction with the people who already achieved the heights. And on 24th July only, 9 p.m. on YouTube, you get to meet Abhishek, who again is going to share his journey, how he reached JBIMS. So what was his journey, what were his hurdles, so all of that he'll talk about, right? So save the date and save the time slot as well. Okay. All right, so let's begin today's session, guys. Before we start, I'll urge you guys to please hit the like button. Please like the video. Also share it with your friends if you feel that there's somebody who might benefit from these sessions, somebody who's preparing for the exam and might find these videos useful. Please share the video with such people and in such groups as well. Okay, so good afternoon, guys. Join in quickly. Let's begin today's session. So, the first question that we have is a fill-up question, because, you know, we have to cover 4 topics. So, one of them is fill-ups. So, following question carries a statement with 2 blanks, as we can see here. From the given options, choose the best synonym and antonym combination that can fit in the blanks, respectively, to make the sentence grammatically correct and meaningful. Now, guys, we have done 2 blank fill-ups earlier. We've done single blanks, we've done double blank fillers also. But this one is a peculiar one. Notice, this says choose the best synonym and antonym combination. So, one word has to be the synonym of the, one word has to be synonym, the other one has to be the antonym. So, both of them have to be opposites of each other. So that combination we need in here. The child was dashed from taking archery lessons and dashed to take up chess instead. Start coming up with the answers, and then I'll tell you how exactly you could have, looked at this particular question. What do you say? Okay. Riddhima, critical reasoning classes are also planned. They are part of the plan. In the coming days, we'll have them as well. Don't worry. Do not worry about critical reasoning. It is part of the plan. I had noted this suggestion down earlier itself, right? So a couple of days ago, some of you said that you want classes on critical reasoning. I had made a good note of it, and we have already incorporated those in your 12 p.m. sessions. Okay. All right, so you guys are with B, 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 B. Let's check that, guys. So, of course, the answer is B here. And let's check how. But before that, guys, our platform says that 50 people are watching. Only 18 likes are there. Guys, do hit the like button. It would just take a moment, but it will go on a long way in keeping us motivated. Okay, so coming to this, guys. Now, I told you that, we can look at this particular question in two ways. One way is that we directly, even before we start reading the question, we directly go to the option choices and we try to make sure that, both the words are opposites of each other. Because sometimes what may happen is that the option choices, the way in which they're designed, they're not opposites of each other. So those ones you can easily eliminate. But in this particular question, that didn't help, because placate, aggravate. Placate is to pacify. Aggravate is to worsen the situation. So these are opposites. Dissuade and persuade. Dissuade is to say that don't do this. Persuade is to kind of motivate somebody to do something. So dissuade, persuade, both of them are synonymous. Entice and deter again are synonymous, because if you entice somebody, you kind of, tell that person, you persuade that person to do something. Okay. Entice also means to entrap, but it can have the meaning of, persuading somebody to do something, coaxing somebody to do something. And deter is to create a hindrance, to say that please don't do it or don't do this. Deterrence, right? Then you have determined and irresolute. Determined, of course, you understand. Irresolute is without any determination as such. So all of these are opposites. So that way we are not able to eliminate any option. Apart from that, guys, I have told you earlier as well that whenever you have a blank and if you have a preposition here, please pay a lot of attention to this preposition, because whatever word you choose has to align well with this preposition. It has to make sense with the preposition. So notice here we have from, here we have to. So whatever word we choose for first blank has to align with from. Whatever word we choose for second blank has to align with the word to. So child was dashed from taking archery lessons. Dash from. Placated from. Placated would not make any sense here, because placate means to pacify, right? If somebody is angry, you pacify that person. You lessen the intensity of something. Okay? So placate cannot come in here. Dissuade. Dissuade can make sense. Child was dissuaded from taking archery lessons. Child was asked not to do it. Opposite of persuaded is dissuaded. So, right? So kids are generally dissuaded from wasting time, dissuaded from indulging in bad activities, right? And they're motivated to do productive activities. So dissuaded from, perfect. It can go in well. Enticed from cannot make sense. You can say enticed to do something. So entice takes the preposition to. So it cannot come in here. Child was determined from. Again, child was determined to do this or that. That could have made sense, but in the entire context, even that would not make any sense, because you're saying that somebody else was either motivating or demotivating the child. So this can't go. Only B can survive in here because of your preposition. Child was dissuaded from taking archery lessons and persuaded to take up chess lessons. So persuade takes the preposition to and dissuade takes the preposition from. So just on that basis, we were able to come up with the correct answer. Before I move forward, guys, let me very quickly look at the questions. Ria, please says that please conduct live lectures on RC. Ria, we will do that. But when it comes to RC, let me be very honest with you. Reading comprehension, we won't be able to do justice in this particular session. We will have a session on reading comprehension without any doubt. Certainly we are going to have a session, but RC is more practice oriented, right? And because it's very detailed, you have to read the entire thing, and then you have to make sure that you pick up the tips and tricks, and then you move on to the questions. So all of that we'll cover, but I would strongly recommend that you start working on reading comprehensions on your own as well. Also, guys, you know that we have a course also for Maharashtra CET, so probably you can check that one out as well. Okay? Because reading comprehension is tricky. I can tell you a couple of pointers in the session. Certainly, we'll do that. So I can tell you some pointers, but after that, beyond that, of course, it is what you do and how you practice it. Okay, so okay, Sanket, fine. You can watch it in recorded form, not a problem. And critical reasoning, Sanket, like as I said earlier, we have planned it already. It is part of the schedule. So in the coming days, I don't remember the exact date, but I have incorporated it in your 12 p.m. session. So do not worry. Okay. Soumya, it seems, has joined in late. Soumya, we'll cover fill in the blanks, we'll cover error correction, we'll cover word exchange, and one more topic. I've forgotten which one. So we'll figure that out as we move forward. Okay. Daisy says that dissuade from, prevent from, abstain from, refrain from. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good. Very good, Daisy. So all these words will take the word from. Bilkul. Okay, guys. And also discouraged, right? So you were encouraged, children are encouraged to do something. They are discouraged from doing something. That is also one. Okay, guys. Let's move forward to the next one, which is here. Many teachers dash the lack of professional freedom as the dash for leaving the job. What do you say? So here, no directions as far as, what the word choices have to be. So nothing of that sort is mentioned. You look at the option choices, whatever you think can fit in, choose that. Many teachers dash the lack of professional freedom as the dash for leaving the job. What do you say? What do you say, guys, about this one? Entice means to lure. Entice means to entrap also. Okay, Karan? Entice is to kind of entrap somebody. And in some cases, it can also mean to kind of coax somebody or to persuade somebody to do something. Okay. All right. So A. We have A's, lots of A's are there. Let's check. So option A is absolutely correct, guys. All these questions are previous year questions. So you can very well see that these are not very difficult. I'm not saying that all the questions are easy, but we have a combination of easy questions, difficult questions, moderate questions. All in all, when it comes to Maharashtra CET, you have to have the right frame of mind and your speed. Speed has to be very good. Okay. So many teachers dash the lack of professional freedom as the dash for leaving the job. As the reason for leaving the job, yes. You can't say as the force for leaving the job. You can't also say as the understanding for leaving the job. As the culprit. Again, you can't call it culprit for leaving the job. So the only word that can actually fit in the second blank is reason. And if you look at the first ones also, many teachers cited this or that. Many teachers explained the lack of professional freedom. Why do they need to explain the lack of personal freedom? And moreover, you have the word as also. So, explain would not come in. Many teachers claimed that. That has to come in after claim, right? Many teachers argued that. Right? So, that is the structure. So, clearly, these also cannot come into picture. Only option A will survive. Hanji Nitya, absolutely right you are. So, the lack of this part is the noun, right? So this part is the tells you that this portion has to be a noun part, but that doesn't help us with this, na Nitya. This one to certainly has to be a verb only. So cited, explained, claimed, argued, all four of them are actually verbs. Acha, for the second one you are saying, sorry Nitya, I misunderstood. The second one you are saying that the is there, so therefore noun has to come in. Absolutely right, absolutely. But all four of them are nouns. Reason, force, understanding, gerund, है ना, culprit. noun. All of them are actually nouns. So that doesn't help us in eliminating the option choices. Okay. So, Jayant, I think you had asked the same question earlier also about either you had asked or somebody else had asked it. Correlative conjunctions ka nahi hai. When it comes to subjective and objective pronouns, prepositions, they determine whether it's going to be subjective pronoun or objective pronoun. Okay. Okay. So let's move forward. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, let's move forward. Also, our platform is urging again and again that guys do hit the like button, especially for people who have joined in late. I understand that there are a lot of people who are very regular with the session and they show their love and appreciation right at the beginning, right before we start the session, they hit the like button. But there may be people who have joined us late. So, guys, take out a minute, not even a minute, couple of seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and hit the like button. Okay. Shreya says take lectures on articles, prepositions, conjunctions. Actually, you want sessions on dedicated topics of grammar? We can do that. We can do that. Probably not right now, Shreya, because right now we are very close to the exam. And for your exam only, I had done the special series called Top 25 Grammar Rules. So wherein, you know, I picked up all the important rules of grammar, high frequency rules, and I'd shared the rules with you. So probably that series, those sessions you can check out. Okay. All right. Next one then, guys. This is again from 2017 previous year paper. So notice in the question given below, word is printed in bold, as we can see in here. 4 words labeled as A, B, C, D. Choose the word which, if any, which is either most nearly same or opposite in meaning of the word. So synonym antonym question. So they directly, Maharashtra CET has direct testing of vocabulary. So this is the word drudge. You have to choose the word out of these 4 options, which is either similar or opposite in meaning. So what do you say? Who's a drudge? Who's a drudge, guys? Shreya, I told you earlier also that all these series, free series, they come with validity. So it's not that you can watch them forever. So when the series is launched, after that, for some time it is available. After that, it is taken off. So my assumption was that all of you guys would have made good notes. That's why I kept on reminding you guys also that guys make good notes on that series, note down all the important things so that you are able to do the revision last minute. But don't worry, in the coming days we'll do some sessions on error identification, error correction. Therein I'll cover all the major rules. Okay, don't worry. Okay. Rishikesh says the recorded sessions you watched. Okay, thank you for saying that. Certainly we can do RC. As I said, Rishikesh earlier, that we will do reading comprehension. But very, very honestly, reading comprehension is an individual skill. All of these are, they will vary from person to person, how you respond to fill-ups, how you respond to vocabulary. But reading comprehension, reading is a skill. I will give you some pointers, but beyond that, you will have to practice on your own. You can't only rely on the class. Okay. So, sure, Soumya, I will. Soumya, every day it is 12 p.m. Every day your VARC session is at 12 p.m. every day. Okay. All right. So, guys, Riddhima says working hard for something which is not very interesting. Drudge is, a person who does all these menial jobs, right? So, Daisy is absolutely right. Drudge is the word that is used for a person who does all these minor and menial jobs. That person is called drudge. Okay. So, toiler, a person who toils very hard, does a lot of hard work. Menial. So this is also, both of these actually have more or less the same meaning. So these two actually can be chosen. Only B and D. Okay. All right. Then we have expected date, Ria. In the previous sessions also we've discussed that we will update you as soon as we get to know anything about them. But keeping in mind that 15th is a weekend, right? Generally, it's Saturday, Sunday, you have your exam. 15th is a weekend. So we are expecting it to be in the next week. That is 21, 22. So those are the expected dates, but we will update you as soon as we get to know anything about it. And for that, what you need to do is you need to get connected with us either on Telegram or Instagram or Facebook or any of these channels, and you'll get to know about it. Okay. Those who have seen it answered without. This question was there on YouTube homepage also. Okay. All right. All right. ठीक है, guys. So I hope this question is clear. Okay, next one, guys. Next question again is a synonym antonym question. So you have choose the word which is either most nearly same or opposite in meaning to the given printed word. So instead of directly saying that find out the synonym or find out the antonym, they say that either the word is going to be synonymous or it's going to be opposite. That means you have to weed out the words which are not related. They don't have relationship, either that of similarity or that of being an antonym. Okay. All right. What do you say? Okay. Manisha will do that. Don't worry. We'll do that in the coming days. D. Almost everybody has come up with D. And this again, guys, as you can see, this is a previous year question. So D is absolutely right, guys. See these words, mitigate, aggravate, these words we've done several times. If you are a regular here, you would know that multiple times. In fact, you know, I remember once we did a session on very high frequency words, the words that keep on appearing, keep on recurring in the exams. So therein mitigate and aggravate, both the words were part of that particular session. So mitigate is, guys, what do you mean by mitigate? What do you mean by the word mitigate, guys? To mitigate the effects, that means to lessen the intensity of something. So to mitigate pain for that matter. So if I say that, oh, I had a severe headache, so I popped in a pill which mitigated my pain, which lessened the intensity of my pain, and hence my overall situation became better. So mitigate the bad thing so that the overall situation becomes better. Aggravate is to worsen the situation. Okay? So aggravate is to worsen the situation. Okay. Hanji, bilkul Ritya, bilkul, absolutely right you are. Okay. Ashian, I just addressed the question that we will tell you, we will share the dates as soon as we get to know anything about that. But the expected ones, you know, because 15th is your Independence Day. So that's that day we can't, that weekend we can't have the exam. So probably the next weekend is likely to be the dates. Okay, so Imanshu says, how does Daisy know all the meanings? Because Daisy has been very, very regular with the sessions, and Daisy puts in a lot of effort, puts in a lot of hard work, and everybody can be Daisy, guys, if you are regular with the sessions and if you put in the hard work. Okay, all right. Okay, guys. Acha, what about this one, guys? Entrance. If you entrance somebody, what does that mean? Entrance, entice, you know. So what is trance, guys? If you are in trance, what does that mean? So from there you can guess the meaning of the word entrance also, right? Entrance is entrap, entice somebody, coax also to some extent. Okay? And disclaim, what is disclaim? Opposite of claim. When you deny something, you know, that is disclaim. Okay? All right. Fine then, guys. Why not on 8 then? Narsimha, these are expected things. These are speculations. That's why I don't indulge in such things. So you can always, you know, these are, I think, time wasters. You can always sit and you talk about this. What if this happens? What if this is the date? What is that? What if that is the date? We can always sit down and argue about that. So ideally, you know, beat any exam, you will find people who will gossip about such things, and you'll find people who will focus on the right things as such, right? So don't worry about such things. This is not in our hands. We don't control the dates, right? What is in our control is preparation. So let's focus on that. Okay? Certainly it can be one week before also, certainly, no doubt about that, but we can't really say anything about it. So why to get into something which is not very concrete? Okay. All right, guys. Captivate. Very good, very good. Captivate, entice, coax also to some extent, you know, it can be used in that sense also. Okay? All right, guys. So let's move forward. Guys, Daisy, these are all the compliments. I hope that you're taking all of these things in a good sense, right? So because somebody says that Daisy will be the next dictionary, I think that's a compliment, है ना? Okay, guys, let's move forward to the next one. This is a word exchange question. So, guys, in the given question, 5 words are printed in bold and are numbered A, B, C, D, E. Now, this is word exchange question. This type of question also is a standard question which you will see in the exams. And these questions, I call them time savers. Because very easily, within seconds, you are able to come up with the answers here. So you have to figure out 2 words which ideally need to be exchanged with each other. Right? So start reading because you have to save time in these questions. Ideal thing is that instead of reading the entire thing, the moment you figure out that this word is jarring, please go to the option choices. Start eliminating the ones which you think are not appropriate so that very quickly you are able to come up with the answer. So such questions are not challenging. Everybody would be able to come up with the correct answer. It's just that how much time do you save in these questions? Okay, D, everybody is with D, guys. Let's check. D is absolutely correct. Notice, business thinks Anand Mahindra. The moment, so I'll not waste time in reading the entire thing. Okay. So the moment I see business things Anand Mahindra, so I know that this things needs to change. And I'll go to the highlighted words. So I need a noun here because we're talking about Anand Mahindra and this must be a term for Anand Mahindra. So business noticed, business detailed, business shared, business tycoon. So we're talking about business tycoon Anand Mahindra. So AE has to be part of your answer. If AE has to be part of your answer, option D becomes your answer. And notice, we've not yet read the entire question and we've reached our answer. Right? So when I say that these questions are time savers, you can very easily attempt these questions, but the point is how quickly do you come to the answer and you rush to the next one. So the moment you find something jarring, please look at the highlighted words, go to the option choices and your answer. Within couple of seconds, you get your answer. Okay? And the saved time then you can use for other time consuming questions like reading comprehensions and other questions as such. Now, to be doubly sure, what we'll do is we'll check for BD as well. Okay? So business tycoon Anand Mahindra also shared a tweet. Yes, he can share a tweet about Dhoni on Monday in which he not only detailed the first time he noticed the cricketer, but also 3 things that one can learn from him. Absolutely perfect. Perfect sense it makes. है ना? हाँ जी, बिल्कुल right, Jogi. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you for the good words, Nehu. Thank you. Aditya says once again, Aditya, I think now the question is clear because I think I read your comment a little later. I had explained the entire thing once again. है ना? Okay. So guys, let's move forward to the next one now. Again, the same thing is there. The plan to have separate officers and teams, assessment and reviewing. I can see something jarring. Ideally, you should rush to the highlighted words and you should check what all words can fit in here and directly then go to the option choices. That way, very quickly, you will be able to come up with the answer. What do you say, guys? Okay. So, assessment, reviewing, tendency, necessarily, and assessing. What do you say about this? Yashwant, I'll be very, very honest with you. So, I can't really comment on, whether with 4 hours you'll be able to clear the examination or does it need 10 hours for you specifically, because everybody is at a different level of preparation. We've seen people who put in every day they put in 3-4 hours and they clear the examination, and we've also seen people who put in a lot of effort, they put in 10 hours, 12 hours and they also clear the examination, right? So that really depends on what level of preparation you are at. So it can be very easy for me to say yes, you put in, I can very easily please you, but I'll be very, very honest with you. So this really depends on what is your level of preparation right now. And if you want to assess it, well, very good idea would be to take up a mock test, to take a diagnostic test, to take a mock test, or to have a look at the previous year papers, right? So try and assess how many questions are you able to successfully attempt with 100% accuracy, and how likely are you to clear the examination, or how likely are you to get the required score, right? So only after that you will be able to see that what areas require attention, and then accordingly you can start your preparation. Okay. Okay. D, majorly D. Some people I can see with C also. C also? Majorly D. Okay, let's check, guys. So D is absolutely correct. See, notice the plan to have separate officers and teams. Assessment is a noun, guys. You know that words that end in MENT. These are what? These are nouns. So teams assessment would not make any sense, because you're saying to have separate officers and teams either assessed or they will do something, right? So they will assess, right? So teams assessing and reviewing. So assessing is very much given to you here. These two will get exchanged. Assessing and reviewing. A case is also a good idea, but it won't tendency mean, but it won't necessarily mean the taxpayer will get a better deal, since in most cases the tendency could be to go with the original assessment. Original is an adjective, and after that noun has to come in. We know assessment is a noun, so it makes perfect sense that way. Okay. Hanji, bilkul. Assessing and reviewing. Absolutely right, Ridhima, you are. Assessing and reviewing, they'll come together. Also because you know parallelism. Parallelism would need that both of them have the same structure. Okay, let's move forward. But you know, Yashwant, you will have to do a detailed analysis. What kind of questions? What kind of questions are you not able to attempt? For example, even if you figure out that RCs you're not good at, therein also you'll have to narrow down your analysis, and you have to figure out what kind of questions in reading comprehension. Is it based on kind of RC? That means philosophy ones you're not able to solve, economy ones you're not able to solve, environment ones or science-based ones you're not able to solve. Is it dependent on that, or is it dependent on the kind of questions? For example, main idea questions. Some people find it very challenging to come up with the answers for main idea questions, inference-based questions, further application questions. So what kind of question, what question type are you not able to solve? For that, at least, you know, couple of mock tests you should take if you want to narrow down, the weak areas. Okay, guys. So last set of questions, guys. So 3 topics we've already covered. We have covered fill in the blanks, synonym, antonyms we've looked at. We've also looked at these word exchange questions. The last part now, because we said that we'll do four types of questions in one class, we'll have an idea about, what is the level of the question, what kind of questions are asked. So last type is here. In the given question, a part of the sentence is printed in bold. Okay. Below the sentence, alternatives to the emboldened part are given as A, B, C, D, which may help improve the sentence. Okay. Choose the correct alternative out of the given 5 options. Alright, guys. So let's check. Now, these are your sentence improvement, oblique, error, correction questions. Generally, what we've seen is that in Maharashtra CT, they don't give you very, very obscure rules. You can have very difficult rules also, very obscure rules as well. But generally, that's what we've seen. They don't give you very, very challenging ones. So the ones which any educated person, any graduate is expected to know. So those kind of sentences they generally give you. Okay. So let's have a look at this one. This is from previous year, 2016. Factors that are likely to impact rural demand include global agricultural commodity prices and monsoons. What do you say? Factors that are likely to impact rural demand include global agricultural commodity prices and monsoons. Are like, is likely, are liked, no correction required. What do you say about this? Okay. So we have Ridhima with D, Daisy with D, Karan with D, Krishna with D. Almost everybody, everybody is coming up with D as the answer. And generally, Rishikesh says it can be A also. Rohit with B, Aman with B. A. Acha, we've started getting other answers also. Guys, what we have seen in the past, and we have seen otherwise also, after evaluation, after analysis of several papers and how students respond to them, what we figured out is that the option which says no correction required, or the option says none of these, or says all of them are correct, such kind of question, such kind of options now, very few people are able to, if that is the answer, very few people are able to spot that, okay, there is no correction that is required, or there is no error. So very few people have the confidence of saying that there is no error. Now this question, I would say, was relatively simple, very, very simple this was. So here a lot of people actually said that it is going to be D, and it is D, because you have factors that are likely. We are talking about factors, guys. It is plural. If it is plural, you can't say is likely. So factors that are like to impact, you can't say that are like to. Like is you want to show similarity. Here you're not talking about similarity. You're talking about how you're talking about probability, possibility. They're likely to, inclination. So this is out. Factors that are like to impact. Again, you're not talking about factors that are like to, factors that are likely to impact. Chances are that these factors will impact rural demand and all of that. Okay, so this one was not very challenging. I think this was a very, very easy question. And similarly, you have the next one also. Demand in rural India will probably stay under stress largely on account of usage of poor fertilizers. And guys, it's a full stop, okay? Again, previous year question, guys, 2016. So on account of, on account for, accounting of, on account from. Which one do you think is correct here? Yes, absolutely, Nitya, yes. Demand in rural India will probably stay under stress, largely what? We had discussed this, Soumya, same question we had discussed? No, I don't think so. It wasn't, was it the same question? Okay, could be. All right. So, A. Okay, all of you with A, it seems, and let's check. A is absolutely correct. Guys, on account of gives you the reason, right? On account of is a reason marker. He will not be able to attend the class on account of his illness, because of his illness, due to his illness. So that is the meaning of this phrase, on account of. It's a reason marker, and it's not OFF. It is single F, on account of. Okay, all of these are incorrect. Only option A will survive here. Acha, C also, accounting of nahi. You can't say largely accounting of usage. Nahi, reason has to be given with. Reason marker is on account of, Nitya. Okay. Alright guys, so with that we have looked at 4 topics in today's session. Very quickly we moved through them because most of them were easy questions. Today's entire session, if you notice, was very, very basic. Today's all the questions were, I don't think there was even a single difficult or challenging question. So just evaluate where you stand. If you got 8 on 8 in today's session, that means you're doing well. So basic level is covered. If it is less than that, then probably you need to put in the effort. Even if you've got 7 on 8 on account of a silly mistake, still you should, guys, focus on it, because if you're making silly mistakes here, you are bound to make silly mistakes in the exam also. That means there's a lack of concentration. Either you get puzzled while marking the answers, or you get too stressed, or you don't read well, you misread, you overread, you overanalyze, you underanalyze. So please make sure that you do all this evaluation. Today's session was very, very basic. So 8 on 8 is the desired score in today's session. Okay? Anything less than that, that means you need to put in the effort. Okay. Grammar session, just as a refreshment. Krishna, we will have grammar sessions in the coming days. Do not worry. All these sessions have already been planned. So all the sessions I generally plan way in advance, so that I'm able to work on the content, and the entire team also gets to know about what needs to be done. So all these sessions, your sessions on critical reasoning, your sessions on reading comprehension, error identification, all of them are part of this particular series, Maharashtra CET Simplified. So we are going to have all these sessions, don't worry. Okay, Aman, which question do you want me to explain again? Which one can you please mention? Okay. Hanji Pranit, every day we have classes on app also. 6:30 is the time. Every day 6:30. Earlier we did a session on grammar, series on grammar called Top 25 Grammar Rules. That was a 5-day series. Then we did a 5-day series on vocabulary, which was called Cat Got Your Tongue. And now there's a 5-day series once again, which is question-based series, which is called most important series. So we have done most important parajumble questions, we've done most important fill in the blank questions, and today we'll do most important error identification, error correction questions. Okay, so every day we are doing questions in our 6:30 p.m. app class, and you know that 12 p.m. is the time of VARC on YouTube. These timings are fixed for us. Okay, so thank you so much for the good words, guys. Then you have the full marks today. Very good, very good. Okay, so again, our platform reminds us 95 people are watching. Only 73 likes are there, guys. So whoever, so do the math. There are some people who are not hitting the like button. Guys, please do that. Okay. So, will be accounting for, no, will be accounting for would also not make sense. So, why do we need will be? So, it says demand in rural India will probably stay under stress. Why will it stay under stress? The cause is already there, na? So, why do you need to use future tense there? And there is no use of using future in the cause. Cause is there in present only. Okay? Okay. Then you have... Sharath, again, I'm going to repeat verbal reasoning when it comes to your questions on strengthening and weakening of arguments. They are already part of the plan. Very soon we'll have them. Okay. All right. Then that is it. So with that, guys, we have successfully completed the session. And guys, you know that monsoons are at our door. They are knocking at our door. So raining discount days. So on Gradeup, it is raining discount days. You get flat 50% off on Gradeup Super. So you can use the code RAIN50 to avail this discount. So these days, you know, I don't know what's the weather like in your part of the world, but here it's raining almost every day. So it's in the morning it was drizzling today, and then yesterday evening it was drizzling. Day before that morning it was drizzling. So you know it's a good time actually. It's a good time. It's raining outside. A good time to pick up a novel. I don't know, whenever it's a rainy season now, that kind of pushes me to read more, especially in the evening. Evening time is such a pleasant time. When it's raining outside, you pour yourself a mug of coffee and then you sit by the window and you do your reading. So you can also start with your reading, reading activities, guys, because in the past also we've discussed how reading is very, very crucial. Reading is very, very important when it comes to clearing the exam. So start with it. Rain is there outside, so pick up a book, pick up a cup of coffee and start reading. Also avail this discount called RAIN50, RAIN 50. Avail this discount and you will have Gradeup Super. You can study, you can prepare for all the exams, be it CAT, be it Maharashtra CET, be it CMAT or other MBA entrance exams. Okay. Then Siddharth, tomorrow, today 6:30 p.m. on the app, we are going to have a session on that. Therein we can have a discussion. Okay, so these are the two courses, guys. CAT 2021 batch launch is there. A lot of you actually were talking about CAT 2021, right? So there's a CAT 2022 course, there's a CAT 2021 course also that we have, and then we have Maharashtra CET crash course as well. So all these courses are live now. You can check them out. Any information you need, you can talk to our counselors on this number 96500-52904. And this is the course that I was talking about, CAT 21 course. This is a percentile booster course. So you get 160 plus live classes. You get chapter wise study notes, practice questions are there, mock tests, sectional tests, all of these things are there. So you don't have to actually worry about TK classes to attend currently. Now where do I go for mock test? What material is good for, where do I get PDFs, what material is good for self-evaluation, where do I get sectional tests? Nothing you have to do. You just sit, concentrate on your studies and don't waste time on all these other activities. Everything is sorted under one roof. You get everything, right? So this is your CAT 21 percentile booster course. Apart from that, guys, super subscription when you take, it will make sure that under super subscription you get CAT courses and you get courses for other MBA exams also, because generally when one is preparing for CAT, one is preparing for other exams also, right? So you get other papers as well covered. Maharashtra CET, SNAP, NMAT, CMAT, all these courses are covered, right? So these are all our experts. You know them already. You have attended their classes on app as well as on YouTube. We do a lot of free sessions also. So you get to know about the style of teaching as well. And you can very well evaluate whose teaching style are you more aligned with. Okay. Full heavy rain in Mahabaleshwar, Swapnil? Okay, yeah, of course, you know, what else do you expect in July? It's mid-July. More than, I think it's what, 21st of July today. So certainly you expect, a lot of rain. So super subscription plans, guys, for CAT 2021, and we have super subscription plans for 22 as well, right? So both the years, both the target years are actually covered. You also get free internet along with the subscription, guys. Again, any issues, any queries you have, this is the number that you can get in touch with. And this time, guys, this week we have CAT 2021 QA, All India Free Live Mega Mock Challenge. So 24th to 26th of July, we are going to have this Mega Mock Challenge. 12 p.m. is the time for this. And as I always say, guys, always, whenever we have All India Mega Mock Challenges, do participate in them, because you get a very fair idea about where you stand. So that is it for the day, guys. Do hit the like button if you've not done that already. If you're watching the video in recorded form, then any queries you have, you can leave them in the comment section. We'll try to respond as soon as possible. Also share the session with your friends and do subscribe to the channel so that you get notified of all the sessions that we take in here. You can get in touch with us. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Telegram. Telegram, we post links of all the classes. So, and also, any updates that are there related to the exam, we post them there. So you can join the channel there. Okay. So guys, that is it for the day. I'm going to see you again in the evening at 6:30 on the app, in our most important series wherein we'll do error correction today, and then tomorrow at 12 p.m. at our usual time on YouTube. All right, guys, bye-bye and take care.